because she was my support. I wanted to go with her. And I was visualizing it.
Abdul Zorhab was just 22 years old when he lost his father. Their last moments together was spent having fruitful conversations that made them both very happy. Just like any other day, Abdul didn't think too much of it. He was getting ready for his first day of employment with Helpless Fiji. Little did he know that those moments would be the last with his father. A few days later, he was hit with yet another terrible news.
Last year in 2020, 22nd June and 26th June, my father passed away. Then my grandmother passed away. That was the most difficult time. That time when my father passed away, that day was my first day at work, Jax, for the sales. They were recruiting for the temporary staff. I just got a call from a friend. They knew that I won't come because when I start working, I get dedicated to the work. So they called the manager. Then the manager told me, "You go home. Something happened. You just go home." When I came here, everything was silent. And that day, when I came out from the taxi, I was holding the uniform. That moment really shook my. And when I entered the home, then I saw him sleeping. That was the most painful thing. Before I started to remember the talks we did last night.
Still coming to terms with his father's death and trying to complete all the important rituals, his grandmother fell ill and had to go to the hospital. The doctors revealed that she had suffered from a minor heart attack. Unfortunately, she did not make it back home that night.
Most frustrating thing was that time, I took her to the hospital. That morning she was sick, and the doctors told him to sit there. Around 8:30 they did the ECG, everything, and till 2 o'clock she was sitting. Then that night she went to hospital, then she never returned. The memories with my grandmother is a lot. I was the first and the last person to feed my grandmother. I still remember that.
After the 40 days of prayer, all the relatives had gone back and he was left alone with his family. All their resources were running out and he did not know what to do. He felt frustrated as the people around him taunted him and blamed him for everything bad that happened in his community.
Plenty of them were taunting me, and there were incidents regarding me in this society, that anything, there is a conspiracy theory on me, that I did this, I have did that, I have did. So that all started to pop up. Even the past memories that I had people saying about me, all started to come up again. I believe that I doesn't deserve to be in the society. That was my first feeling, that I can't support my family and people are saying this and that. So
Abdul felt pressured and unable to cope. His father and grandmother had been his support and strength. Without them, he had to bear the responsibilities as the eldest son.
first thing, the thing that shook me after grandmother, because she was my support, I wanted to go with her. And I was visualizing it. Some in the corner, she was trying to call me. I started to hearing voices that she's calling me this and that. So I voluntarily first went to stress ward to admit myself. Then after that I came home. Then still it didn't change. That time I wasn't having any counseling, just medication, stay in the stress ward. So I came home then, because for Muslims we have 40 days prayer, and we had the support, but what was inside me, that how will I continue?
His temporary employment did not last long enough for him to come up with solutions. Feeling helpless and unable to cope, he only saw one solution that would rid him of the pressure he felt building inside of him.
Tablets were the first thing in front of me. That's why I took the tablets. Hearing voices, and I was seeing my grandmother calling me, and I was hallucinating. So that was that, and again the unemployment and that all this chaos, everything. And then that was making me that I don't deserve to be in this society. So that time I felt that didn't supposed to be in this society. So I tried drinking diazepam, sodium valproate, here and there. Just go, drink it, hospital, then come again. 2-3 days hospital, then come again.
Abdul tried to take his life multiple times. In his last attempt, he overdosed on his prescribed medication and went into a coma.
I had diazepam, sodium valproate, enzapilline, benzahol. So I drink all, 2 sheets. I had the prescription medicine for 3 weeks. I drank whole. So I slept. In morning time, the mother tried to wake me up, and she saw the tablet. Then they took me to the hospital. I was in the coma, I think so, 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
While in the hospital, he received counseling by the Empower Pacific staff. This enabled him to find the hope and will to carry on with his life.
The best source to get counselors, the best source of getting your mind relaxed with talking to the counselors, because they are very professional, first thing, and it's confidential. They don't share your stories, and it's how I feel it's trusted. We can trust on Empower Pacific that our stories that we share with the counselors, they don't get leaked, or they don't laugh at it. Some people, we share our stories or something like that, hey, this incident happened, then they started to laugh.
Abdul says that he was able to navigate through his past, present, and future with the help of his counselors.
After the counseling, but during the counseling, I had to see a real picture. What is it? What will it be? So if I do it again, this will be the consequences. And after I recovered, this will be the outcome. Well, the one thing I like about the counseling session, they just don't come to the point where you did it, why you did it, this and that. They show you the picture. What is the past and what is the future? What will be there, what won't be there. So that's the thing I like about counseling. When I had counseling sessions, that things brings my mind to work, and heart and mind both communicates together. The counseling shows me how the hope works. After that, I realized everything. I realized that I have a family. I'm the eldest son. I have to keep moving forward to support them. If I'm not there, I have a mother, grandfather. What will happen to them? All these stuff started to come up.
Abdul has braved through that difficult time. He is now 23 years old and has established his own youth group, One Nation, Our People. With each other's support, the group is able to serve the underprivileged individuals of the community. The group has also branched out to other parts of Fiji and are working towards feeding the poor with their livelihood project.
This club is why it's different from other clubs. Other clubs just focus on one issue. As example, there's a climate change youth group. They just focus on mangrove planting or anything like that. And there's a club, they are just focusing on grocery distribution. For us, that what makes it different, it's we are not just focusing on one issue. We are trying to see all the issues that are regarding youth, so that we can tackle it. So I see as my youth as a family. So if anything happens, they are my family.